Hello, my sister queen. How you doing? I just watched Norbit last night, so excuse me. Anyway, I came to do this video, as the title says, you're failing your son if you don't allow him to his tantrums. So why doesn't your son tantrum? Is it because of the love and the responsibility he feels, and because you've helped him to actually know what to do when he feels that level of anger, which has come from some great irritation and frustration? Or is it because of the fear? I mean, a lot of people in the Black British culture, it would be that the child would probably be afraid of the punishment of behaving in certain ways. So actually what they learn to do is not have a tantrum because they're scared of being basically hit, as a punishment. So I'm wondering, for you and your son, in your particular situation, why does he not have a tantrum? Now, with that fear, can the result of that can be that he has an implode. Rather than exploding out there, he's actually imploding. So what is it? Why is he not doing it? Is it a decision made out of fear or a decision made out of love? I'm Donna Marie Dowdu, and I'm making this video for you today because I have a vested interest. Although I'm speaking to you and I absolutely love working with women, I have a particular place in my heart for children. And when it comes to working with women, I think it's really important for me to talk to mothers of sons, especially for the fact that us as divine feminine beings, we are markedly different to those who are divine masculine. And as a mother in our son's life, we have a very clear role and responsibility, which is different to that of his father or any other man in his life, who will be able to have that responsibility of teaching him how to become from a boy into a man. So these things and this time, I think, is really important. Again, in terms of statistics, I know that there are a disproportionate amount of men who have been raised by mothers, and when I say that, I mean single mothers. And when I say single, I don't just mean that they don't, they're not married or they're not with the father of that child, but they don't have a male presence who is really showing up powerfully in his masculinity and fully present, not just providing money, because there are a lot of other things emotionally, mentally, that a man needs to teach a boy, that we cannot teach them. We have a divine position in their life as a feminine being, and we can teach them how it is to relate to the female, but we cannot teach a boy to be a man. So the other thing from a statistics perspective is at the moment there are a lot of domestic abuse situations, and really unfortunately that is inside and outside of any religious constructs. I'm aware of quite a lot of things that happen in the Christian faith, those who belong to the Christian faith. So what the other thing that happens when your son doesn't know how to self-regulate is that he explodes on his partner in his intimate relationships, because obviously he's learned that the reason he doesn't have a tantrum, the reason he doesn't explode, the reason he doesn't know how to handle his feelings is because he's afraid to do so. So he bottles them up instead of knowing how to actually master his emotions. He's learnt how to suppress them, which is very unhealthy. And so unfortunately there's a lot of domestic abuse situations that occur. And the answer to that is for him to be able to self-regulate, and it's really important that he takes 100% responsibility for his own actions. No matter what his partner has done, it is never a reason for him to explode on her. So the benefits that you will get if you are able to help your son in these areas is that you'll have probably a lovely daughter-in-law, if that's what he chooses, and that results in them creating a beautiful family and you having emotionally healthy grandbabies, and just a much more healthy family dynamic going on. So what it is that needs to happen is he needs to be taught his sovereignty. I have had the privilege of being around so many men from lots of different backgrounds all over the world, and I love men. Men are amazing. The divine masculine in human form, I absolutely respect and adore. But yeah, a lot of them, they you might call them a king, but they just don't show up in that kingly sovereignty because they haven't been taught how to be royal. They're running around in really, really, not very nice ways. And they also don't learn how to take 100% responsibility in the way that they respond to a situation. So as a mother, I'm not criticizing you, because I know that you can only give what you've got, and that's by choice. But the other thing that a lot of women are not understanding of is that actually a lot more is caught than is taught. So even though you might be trying to teach a child something, what you do matters. So you automatically give what you are. So this is again why I'm saying it is very important for me to work with you women, because you're the ones that are in that position. I'm not going to come along and take your children and do all of this for you. The best place for these learnings to take place are in the home and with you. You are the one who was gifted this child. You're the one that he came to be mothered by. So, you know, I would like to help women find, understand, and know their power, and you know, be really confident and clear in their role, different to the father's role, and you know, be stand in that confidently and really help their sons. So how can this happen? This happens when you work with me exclusively in one of my containers. I offer programs and I've got products for you. If you're watching this on YouTube, there'll be some links in the description. The first step of that is that we get on a clarity call. So that would make it clear which of the things that I offer that would work for you. A lot of women find a lot of success with my 90-day program. And so, you know, on that clarity call, we will get really clear as to whether or not we're a match to work together anyway, but also if we are, what program is going to be best. And then from there, you can apply to work through with me when it is that I have my next openings to intake new people. So, you know, when it comes to your son, I really think it's important, if you don't have anything else from this video today, that you allow him to relate to you as a boy to a mum, so that when he's looking for a partner, he's not looking for that mothering, that nurturing that you didn't give to him. And that way he can show up for her powerfully as a king in her life, as a man in her life, not as a little boy. I've worked with so many women, like I said, across the globe, and there are so many issues that show up, whether it's in marriage or before they actually get to the point of marriage, because he's not actually confident in the relationship a lot of the time. You know, there's a lot of issues that can be you know, avoided. I'm going to say, you know, prevention is better than cure. So if we raise our boys well, it just has a knock-on effect to the rest of society, the rest of the community, and just your immediate family. You know, I help women to create a happy, healthy home where each member thrives in harmony, and that includes your little boy. Okay, and that is a very different dynamic than you would have with your life partner. So, you know, these things are really important to get the distinctions clear, get the foundations laid right, and, you know, like I said, you'll be the one reaping the rewards for years to come, because no matter what happens, you'll always be his mum. So on that note, I'm going to head off and drop my son's glasses off to him at school, which he's left, because he'll always be my baby. A bit like Mariah Carey says, do-do-do, ah. So yeah, I'm off, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And whatever you've got from this, like, share, and comment below, and let me know what aspect of this call really, or this video I should say, actually spoke to you, because it's nice to have that dialogue. I like to connect with you. Take care, and I love you lots. Bye bye.